AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that have been linked with a January transfer move to Arsenal.
Hi and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that have been linked with a January transfer move to Arsenal. Brought to you today by Rocket Mobile. Rocket Mobile, brand new mobile phone SIM that really gives you a lot of flexibility. You can get a completely new phone plan, unlimited calls, texts and data, plus 20 gigabytes of roaming to use in the EU for only £16 a month. Going to come in handy as I'm off to Milan today to go and take in Arsenal, taking on Inter. You can keep your number as well. If you want more details on how to switch, it's very easy to do so as well. Click the link in the description. Rocket Mobile bringing you the show today. And I don't know, it's been a crazy weekend. City get battered by Manchester United. We think to ourselves, oh, great chance to go 9 points clear. We go and mess up. We're all depressed because we draw away at Nottingham Forest. Points drop. Then we're saying to ourselves, come Sunday, it could be down to 4 points. We're all there worrying about City. You know, Villa, who hardly lost a game at home this season, they got a pretty easy game at home against Everton. They're going to be 4 points behind us. No, they go and lose their game as well. Thank you, Emi Martinez, for spilling that, right? And it's instead of Arsenal losing points this weekend, they've gained a point on both of their rivals. And actually, this is the crazy thing about it. If every result would have gone to how form works, yeah, we'd be probably in exactly the same position, being 6 points, because you'd expect City to beat United, you'd expect Villa to beat Everton, and you'd expect us to beat Forest. And if that would have all had happened, we'd still be 6 points clear. But now we're 7 points clear. So we're actually a point up. Listen, do we want to win this thing or not? Right? Oh, my days. But listen, it's actually turned out to be a decent weekend for Arsenal, despite the fact that it was a pretty not great performance against Nottingham Forest. And even though, there were some people criticising Mikel Arteta after that performance, he seems to be a manager really in demand at the moment when you start to look around Europe. I spoke about yesterday how he's been linked with the Real Madrid job. And I said, the likelihoods of him coming from the Basque region and being, a Barcelona fan, going and taking over the job at Real Madrid is highly unlikely. But today he's being linked with the Barcelona job. Now, that would be a threat. That's according to Diario Sport in Spain, that claim that Barcelona are monitoring Mikel Arteta. Now, we know they've got a manager in situ at the moment in Hansi Flick. He's been doing a great job, looking good for the title this year, and they don't want to lose Hansi Flick. But they're apparently looking at two managers if Hansi Flick was to leave. One of those is Luis Enrique, who's previous manager, now at PSG, and the other one is Mikel Arteta. Obviously, he's going to have top clubs looking at him because he's doing a great job at Arsenal. I don't think he'd want to leave, if he can get the job done at Arsenal. He's got a lot of autonomy at Arsenal as well, which you don't get at clubs like Barcelona and Real Madrid. But I think what it does, it shows you his standing, the fact that, both Real Madrid and Barcelona are interested in Mikel Arteta. Now, this next player here, Adeyemi Lookman, did very well at the recent AFCON, which, by the way, I don't know if you saw that game last night. What a crazy game that was. The AFCON final, Senegal winning that, beating Morocco, taking their players off the pitch after some dodgy refereeing. You have to go and watch it. But getting back on the point, Adeyemi Lookman, Nigerian, did well for Nigeria at AFCON. Back at his club, Atalanta now. He's been linked with a move to Arsenal for the last few seasons. He's been linked with a move away from Atalanta from the last few seasons, but he's still there at the moment. Atalanta apparently now willing to sell Adeyemi Lookman. They're looking for around about £35 million. His agent reportedly offered him to Arsenal, said that, listen, he's available. They are willing to sell him. You could come and get him this month, but Arsenal have apparently turned it down. I would like to ask you guys right now, Is that the right move by Arsenal? We do seem to be still not quite there on that left-hand side. The guys have been doing all right. Trossard's been good this season. Martinelli's been, especially in the Champions League, has been good, but he did miss that chance at the weekend. And then again, fans are like, do we need an upgrade? Would a Lookman have been an upgrade? He's been turned down by Arsenal. They haven't gone for him. Really interested to find out from you guys, should Arsenal have gone for Lookman? Anthony Gordon is another one. I asked you guys this question the other day. Is Anthony Gordon an upgrade? I went through the comments, and in general, you were all saying, I'd say 70% of you saying, no, he's not an upgrade on Martinelli or Trossard, and you just don't feel that's the player that Arsenal should be going for. But according to a couple of the ITKs out there, the one AFC Camden, who I spoke about the other days, who reported this, first to report this, and India Kalia, who's also reported it, they're both saying that he's a top target for Arsenal come the summer. I ask you guys again, would you be happy with that? Gordon, and is he better than Lookman? Because Lookman does score quite a lot of goals. Another winger that's been heavily linked with Arsenal is Karim Adeyemi. He'll be probably playing for Borussia Dortmund against Tottenham this week. That big Champions League game for them lot across the road, which we hope they all lose. But he's still been, again, linked with a move to Arsenal. Tuta Mercato claiming that there's still lots of clubs in the Premier League interested in signing him this month, including Arsenal. We know he's got bags of ability. He's a really lightning quick player. But again, if Arsenal have turned down Lookman, would they turn down Adeyemi? He's a lot younger than Lookman. Lookman is, getting a little older now. But again, Adeyemi, would that be a good addition for Arsenal? It would be really interesting to know how you guys feel about this. A player that's on the move, and this is going to be Arsenal's first sort of transfer dealings of the January transfer window, is Alexander Zinchenko. Now, I spoke about it about a week ago, the fact that Nottingham Forest, who we played at the weekend, were looking to send him back to Arsenal because he's just not playing, at Nottingham Forest at the moment. He's on a season-long loan. His contract's up in the summer. Arsenal had said to Forest, sorry, we're not taking him back. You took him. If you want to move him on, you got to find some sort of solution for him. Well, they have found a solution. Ajax are close to completing a deal for Zinchenko. It's been agreed, Fabrizio Romano doing a here we go and announcing it yesterday, that it's been agreed that he is going to join Ajax from now till the end of the season on an initial loan. Ajax, this is good for Arsenal, will pay all of Zinchenko's wages. He's on a big wage, but they will pay all of his wages from now till the end of the season. And of course, at the end of the season, his contract will be up. So he'll be free to go to whichever club he wants. So Zinchenko moving from his loan at Nottingham Forest, moving over to Ajax for the rest of the season. One player it doesn't look like Arsenal will be getting is Jeremy Jacquet of Rennes. We know that Arsenal have been showing a lot of interest in this transfer window, but it looks like he's agreed personal terms with Chelsea. They're just trying to sort out a fee at the moment. Around about £56 million is what Rennes are looking. That's a big fee for the youngster, but it looks like Arsenal are going to miss out on Jacquet because Chelsea want him right now. Arsenal were willing to move for him, but wanted to wait until the summer. So those are the transfer rumours for today. Don't forget to check out all of our content that we're going to be doing over in Milan. I'm heading over to Milan right now. Arsenal taking on Inter Milan in the Champions League. If they win this game, guaranteed to finish in the top two of the Champions League group standings. So big game for Arsenal. Thanks for watching the show. And I'll see you tomorrow. We'll be coming from Milan tomorrow. Check it out.